All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Nick Mills Paul. And this quick presentation here is just to give you a quick preview of CageRat Baseball, what we're all about, and really to just have all in one place. Hopefully, the majority of your questions answered, so you have an educated decision, an informed decision, excuse me, to be able to decide whether or not CageRat Baseball is for you, and to make the decision of whether or not you want to move forward, so we can decide whether you are a good fit for us. My name is Nick Millspaw, like I said, born and raised in Indiana. It's myself and my wife there on the right. I had an opportunity to play 3 years of Division One baseball at Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne. Finished up at Indiana Wesleyan. My final year. This is my second year with CageRat Baseball. Um, First year as the president of the organization, and just really looking forward to another great year here. Just a little history about CageRat Baseball. We were founded in Colorado in August of 2010. Started by a former Division One coach. He moved out to Colorado and started the program from scratch. And we now have 8 teams, 4 in Indiana and 4 in Colorado. To date, we have 61 players that are committed to play in college, whether they're already moved on to play in college or they've currently signed um, letters of intent. 11 of which in the past 12 months have actually been Division One players, and so we're really excited about that. And if you notice, if you follow us on Twitter, if you see any articles that we post, um, we celebrate that. We celebrate our players' success. Without their success, our program really would mean nothing. We've hosted 4 years of worth of showcases, 4 in a row in Colorado and 1 in Indiana. And that's just another part of our process to not only build relationships with coaches all across the country by having them 10 to 15 Division One coaches out to our camp, but also to make sure that our players can benefit the most from that as well. Just a quick, show. You can see we've from the left. You can see we're at Cincinnati Bearcats. Top right, they're actually in Nevada. So our players in the past year have played all across the country, literally, and so it's just been a great experience for them. Real quick, new website this year for us, and that just means new communication. I mean, we've got team pages that are going to allow for parents to post pictures, for stats to be live stats on our website, questions to be answered, calendar, roster, everything extremely streamlined for parents, for players, to be able to get on there and to see what is going on and to be in the loop. And we're really excited about that. For the Midwest teams, just so you know, if you're interested in the Midwest, we are based out of Noblesville, Indiana. As far as where we actually practice, we practice once a week on Sundays. Those will stop in mid-March due to the rules, Indiana baseball rules here, as far as team practices go. And what we do is we will be, as far as the actual summer, each team will play in 5 to 6 high exposure tournaments. We have an 18U, a 17U, a 16U, and a 15/16U team. You can expect a practice or an inter-squad game per week, as well as high-level coaching. And I'm going to go over the coaching here in just a minute. And then also, one thing that we do is we offer 8 a.m. daily workouts with the coaches. The coaches stay here throughout the summer and with us, and with the host family. And so they will actually stay here and get up every morning that we're in town and offer workouts. So whether that's just additional swings, ground balls, conditioning, whatever you want to work on, the coaches are there for you. Same thing with Colorado. They play in 4 to 5 high exposure tournaments, typically taking a flight or a couple 2-week road trips. And the main addition with them is the amount of travel with the Colorado team. And we also, in Colorado, they'll play in 10 to 15 doubleheaders. So expectations as a CageRat player, we expect you to utilize the things that we have in place, and that's our player development handbook. So, if you are not able to come to practice every Sunday, we are expecting our players to train every day, to train and become better, whether that's offensively hitting, whether that's arm strength, speed, whatever that is. CageRat Baseball goes off of your measurable tools. That's how we judge our players, because that's what colleges do a lot as well. And so that's a big expectation. All of our players will have access to that player development handbook, and that's another reason why we can spread out nationally, and we don't necessarily have to have players right next door to us, because we give our players the autonomy to be able to train on their own. Let's see here. Uniforms. This is just a quick preview of what our uniforms look like. You'll get two tops, pair of pants, the hat in the middle, so they're really sharp. Coaches. Everybody always asks me, coaches. Obviously, it's a great question. Well, who we hire is we hire college baseball or players that are finishing their college baseball career, and this spring they're looking to jumpstart their coaching career, and we feel like these are the best possible coaches for us. They move out here for the summer, whether that's in Indiana or in Colorado, and they're here all summer for you. They just got done with what your son is preparing for at the college level, and so they are extremely qualified to help prepare your son for that, whether that's on the road or getting up and practicing with them. So our coaching staff has actually been one of the big major things for us. Jordan Owen is actually our assistant director in Colorado. He's going to be running our team practices in Colorado, and he's on our website. His contact information. He will be our main contact out in Colorado regarding practice and all of that, and he will be evaluating all of our tryout people that try out. Host families. You might be on this watching this presentation from California or Maine or Florida, and just so you know, our program, it is what it is today because of the kindness and the generosity of families to cooperate and with us, and to open their home, and two players and coaches. It's allowed us to bring coaches in from all over the country, and we typically have 2 to 3 players per team that come in and they stay with the host family for the majority of the summer. And so just so you know, that's what we offer. So if you're watching this from Alabama, from Texas, wherever, that if you're in a situation that you need to stay with a host family, that's something that we actually help set up for you. Fees. This is always a common question. Obviously, Colorado. If you're interested in the Colorado program, and that would just be determined by us discussing that. Colorado is $48.50. That includes everything, all of your travel, including a flight, possibly 2 flights, all winter showcase attendance, all of your hotels, coaches' fees, everything. In Midwest, it's a little different just because the amount of travel is quite a bit different. So that's the two right there. Those are common questions. But the only additional money that you would need on top of that is meal money. So our program is a little bit different than most because we actually travel as a team, meaning when the hotels, you stay in the hotel as a team. You will travel to Colorado. Will travel to every tournament as a team. Midwest, there'll be one tournament that you travel as a team in a van to. The rest, you're responsible for getting to the tournament, but once you get there, the hotels are actually covered. Frequently asked questions. So there's 6 or 7 questions that come up, pretty common, that I was just going to quickly cover. And I just want to make sure that this is straight and to the point here. Who would my son stay with with a host family, and who sets that up? Well, we actually set that up, just so you know. And the host family typically is somebody that's on your team, so that way you guys have a common schedule, and obviously it's somebody that we trust, that's within our organization. Where do you practice? Well, in Indiana, we practice in central Indiana. So in the winter, we practice at the Hip Factory at 15320 Harriman Boulevard in Noblesville, Indiana, and that's actually something on our website. In Colorado, we practice in Brighton, Colorado, in the winter, and then we practice at Prairie View High School in the winter, or excuse me, in the summer, and in Indiana, we'll be practicing in the Noblesville area as well. How many players per team? We roster 13 players per team. That's another huge selling point for us because we want to make sure that our players are getting plenty of time to get that exposure. How do you get me exposure? Well, the first thing is you have to really be good enough. So following our training and making sure that you're what the coaches are looking for. That's step one. Getting you in front of those coaches is step two. But building a relationship with those coaches and them being able to trust us is really the main part of that. So that's kind of part of our process is evaluating where you're at, helping you get to where you want to get, and then helping you get in touch with the coaches, get in front of the coaches, all part of the process. What makes CageRat stand out from other programs? The main thing that helps us stand out is, really our main goal is that we understand that your success, well, our success only happens if you're successful, and so helping you achieve your dreams, that's the only way that our program is successful. And so keeping that in mind first, then we're focused on making sure that you are training on your own, and you are taking ownership in that you understand the recruiting process and getting you in front of college coaches, but also just helping you know how to contact college coaches. That's a big part of that. And will you help me with the recruiting process? And the answer is yes. So I mean, we have definitely done a great job with that. In just over 3 years, we've had 61 players already that have committed to college, and that number is exploding right now just because the more traction we get with our program, the more that it grows. So as far as next steps go, if a lot of this is the conversation I would have on the phone with you. Your next step would be to schedule an in-person tryout, or to send your online recruiting video if you are too far to come to an actual in-person tryout. You can go to our website at cageratbaseball.com. If you have a recruiting video, please send it to me at nick.millspaw@cageratbaseball.com. If you have additional questions, please feel free to call me. To register for a tryout, you can go to cageratbaseball.com. Here's our website. You actually see right here where the tryout information, you fill out the registration here. You can see our team pages and go view all that, but all of our schedule for practices are right here. So if you would like to schedule an in-person tryout, please fill out this registration here and then send me an email and let me know when you're actually going to be coming. Well, thank you very much, guys. Again, my name is Nick Millspaw. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes here to join me. And, I look forward to you hopefully becoming a CageRat. We're really excited about our program and the direction that it's going. As of right now, I still have roster spots available for all teams. So if you're looking to join our program, please feel free to, fill out our tryout information and either send me a recruiting video or schedule an in-person tryout. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.